Hi, George Sanders, President, Goldcliff Resource Corporation. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. The Canadian dollar gold price today, Tuesday, March 11th, is a little better than $4,200 an ounce. A gram of gold in Canadian dollars is $135 a gram. One of the things that high metal prices does for the mining business is it creates leverage for marginal operations. Let me explain. If you have a highly profitable gold miner that's got a very slick operation, making lots of cash flow, and the price of the commodity increases by 20 or 30%, well, so does the cash flow, and that's all terrific. On the other hand, if you have a marginal asset, one that's losing a little bit of money, breaking even, or hardly making any money, and you get a 20 or 30% lift in the commodity price, all of a sudden that asset goes from basically being ready to be shut down to something that's generating some serious cash flow. So that's where the leverage is at that end of the spectrum. For us explorers, it means that we need to take a second look in our records, in our portfolio, in our ideas as to things that might have some leverage in the new pricing environment. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about Goldcliff's Panorama Ridge asset. When we first started these videos back last summer, we did do a session on the rationale for being a multi-asset company. That has not changed. Panorama Ridge is an asset that we acquired by staking in 2000, so it's an asset that's been on the books for 25 years. It is located right next door to the Mascot and Hedley mines that are well known in British Columbia. Produced 2.5 million ounces, the first 1.5 million from high-grade underground production from 1904 to 1955, and then the second final 1 million ounces coming from the open pit that was developed in part by a number of members of the current Goldcliff team. So we're well familiar with the Hedley Gold District in south central British Columbia. The property was acquired by staking. It's also our most advanced asset in terms of dollars spent on it and the amount of work done on it. We completed on this property over several field seasons, over 6,000 meters of trenching and 16,500 meters of drilling in 190 drill holes. So what I wanted to do today is just give you a little bit of a taste. This is a bulk tonnage grade or lower grade. It perfectly fits the scenario of an asset that needs to be re-examined in light of the new pricing environment. So I'm just going to go through a couple of trenches. I've selected some of the good ones, obviously. But I've also thrown in some of the other mediocre ones as well. And all of the information I'm going to pass on has previously been disclosed in news releases and signed off on by AQP. So just for trenching, and if you excuse me, I'll just read this to make sure we get the numbers correct. We have 2 trenches. We have many trenches, but 2 of which that we're going to talk about were excavated in 2005 in the York Viking zone, one running from southwest to northeast, so continuous 1 meter interval sampling along this trench for 226 meters. The average overall grade was 0.835 grams per ton. This is on surface. In the crisscrossing direction in 2005, northwest to southeast at the York Viking zone, 192.5 meter long trench at 0.87 grams per ton. To the northeast is the Nordic zone, and we have 3 shorter trenches up there, but that zone has a little bit better grade. So in trench 56 we reported 70 meters of 1.53 grams per ton. Again, this is a trench right on surface. 74 reported 55.5 meters of 0.98 grams per ton, and trench 91 at the Nordic zone reported 36 meters of 1.46 grams per ton gold. Switching to drilling, I'm just going to give you a range of a few holes drilled in 2006. So, and you can see here where they start from. Basically the material outcrops, but how the rig was set up, we didn't start taking sampling till a couple meters down. So hole 66, 100.2 meters, starting at just under 2 meters or over 2 meters, 0.73 grams per ton gold. Hole 67, 234 meters from 3.66 meters, 0.29 grams per ton gold. Hole 68, 98 meters, 0.44 grams per ton gold. Hole 69, 96 meters, 0.51 grams per ton gold. Hole 72, 78 meters, 0.79 grams per ton gold. Hole 73, 74.37 meters at 0.69 grams per ton gold. There's 190 holes, so we're not going to go over all of that obviously on a video. The point we want to make is that this is an asset that's been dormant in the company for a number of years. We continue in the very short term to be focused on both earlier stage deposit, or hopefully deposits, at Ainsworth and at Kettle Valley. But this asset has had a lot of work done on it, and because of the leverage of $135 value for a gram of gold, it really needs to be brought back into the discussion when talking about Goldcliff. To be very transparent, as I'm making this video, we don't have a definitive plan for what we want to do there this spring and summer. We're obviously thinking a lot about that, otherwise wouldn't be talking about it publicly. But it is an asset that has a lot of value. We would be totally interested in and amenable to partnering with someone on this, but also because we don't have any hard holding costs on it, we're very interested in pursuing something on this. What we don't want to do is just go up and put a couple holes in where we know we're going to get some values, or take some samples where we know we're going to get some values, just to promote a story. That's not what we do at Goldcliff. That's not how we approach the business. We really do want to add some value, and this is a place where gold, a lot of gold, has been successfully mined. This is a team that was part of the group that mined some of that gold. We've definitely located a lot of gold already at Panorama Ridge. We have some ideas about where we might find some more. So as we re-look at this asset and re-examine this asset in the light of plus 4,000 an ounce Canadian, we will continue to keep you up to date on what our thoughts are and what our actions may be. So, as usual, stay tuned, and we will see you on the next video.